Congratulations, your book is ready and you want to format it for Kindle and or Smashwords. Smashwords has a nice guide, and one of the things that they tell you to do is to nuke your file, which is select all, copy, and paste it in a notepad, and then select all in notepad and copy it and paste it all into a new document. It does work to a sense, but it gets rid of all your page breaks and you have to go through and put in page breaks, which is a pain in the butt. So one of the things I'm going to tell you that Smashwords wants you to do is to get rid of any more than 2 in a row hard returns. That's those 2 P's. So if you have 3, get rid of 1. They don't like them. Kindle, it doesn't matter much. So we have our document open, and I'm opening this document, and I'm only going to take it as far. I'm not really publishing it because the book sucks. And I have this on. And then the first thing that we want to do is we want to look at our document. Look, there has all these little arrows. Smashwords, Kindle hates tabs. Tab is not your friend. Formatting is. So we want to go all into select all. And we want to start preparing the document for publishing. And that means going into the paragraph setting. You want alignment to be justified. You want no indentation, so please make sure all of that says 0. This is all stuff that Notepad gets rid of. Special is your first line. We don't want that to be 5 because 5 indents too far for Kindle. Spacing, get rid of that. You want it all to be 0. Why? Because spacing will add extra spacing, which I'll explain to you during formatting, every time you hit the enter button. That's a totally different than line spacing. That is before and after paragraphs. Line spacing, you want single. So after you have all that, hit OK. Now, yes, we still have our tabs. We will get to that. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to go up to the page layout tab, go to margins, and select 1. You want it to be 1 all the way around. That blocks it off. Then I want you to go to page size, and feel free to pause this as you walk through, and I want you to make it 6 by 9. There's a reason for that. Now, 1 will give you a good view of what it's going to look like on Kindle, and 2, that's one step ahead of when you want to, upload it as a paperback, a format for a paperback. So now we have the size already. Still looks like, wow, that's indented, and we really don't want our title to be way over here. We will get to that last. Let's go over here. We're going to go ahead and go with our chapters. Now you'll highlight it, and you see this bad boy right here. Look how it moved. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to modify it. You don't want it to be blue. You want it to be black. You want this to match whatever font you choose. I choose Times New Roman. I make it 16 point, and that will make it that way. And you want it either center or left. Let's say we want it center. That works really well. Now, very important, go into Format. Choose Paragraph, because that's the same thing that's up here. And look at this. We don't want it before. We don't want it coming down. Well, you may, but it doesn't really make a difference in Kindle. It's going to be at the top of the page anyhow. You want it after. You want to make it to be 12 or more. All right? And then you want to see this here. You want it to say none, because you don't want any indentation whatsoever over there. Click OK. Make sure that's bold. Check all that. And hit OK. And it didn't change. Boy, how embarrassing is that? There it is. Changed right there. So that is now your chapter 1. And you'll go and you're going to do that every single time. But wait, there's a different one here. What is this? Okay, so I want that to be, italicized. So then I would go ahead and make it the way I want it to be. We want it to be centered. We want it to be, the spacing is 12 after. We don't want a line heading. And we want that italicized. That's all checked. Now watch this. Right click, Style, and save selection as new style. Name it Header 2. And there it will be right there. So you can go to that. So you go through each of your documents and that would be header 1. To go center, do you see how that is? Go to the next chapter, and you'll do that all the way through. Now, once you have done every single chapter heading the way you wanted to have it, you're good to go to the next part, and that is to remove all of these. Now, every single one of your first lines are sent already to point 3, which is good. So you want to find and replace, or Control H, and you want to use this little doodad here, right there. Okay? The upside down V with a T. I'm just getting rid of some of the replacing things I did. And you want to replace it with nothing. That is a symbol for tab. So you do that, and you click all. And they've all disappeared. That has cleaned that up. The next thing you want to check for is, go down to specials here. All right, first let's move this out of the way. And you go down to special. And you want to look for section breaks. Are there any section breaks? No section breaks. Sometimes section breaks will disguise themselves as a page break. If that's the case, you'll find the section break and you'll replace it with a page break. Right there. The next thing you want to do, which is very important, is look for that little arrow I told you about earlier, which is a pain in the butt. It's a manual line break. You want to see if you have any. And I do. What you want to do, because those things will really mess things up. See how this is over here and it didn't get indented? It doesn't recognize that that's a new line because you did that. What you want to do is you want to replace them all with a hard return, meaning let's let them think you hit the enter. So let's see how many of those little doodad little things. I had 3. So did you notice when I changed that, that moved over and indented right away? And look at this. The book is almost ready to go. That easy, that fast. You got rid of your extra spaces, like all those extra spaces. You want to get rid of those. How do you do that? Well, let's look. Again, Control H. Let's go ahead and do 1P, 2P, 3P. And this will let us know where we have any extra spaces. That's if you're doing smash words. So each instance that you see like that, you want to go ahead and remove one of those extras. So just look for them all and remove them all and make them just 2. Because I'm not doing smash words, I'm not removing them. Now, as you can see, I didn't do all these, so let me move this all the way up here. All your chapters are done. Your indentations are done. Now you're going to go here. Here is your title. Go to paragraph. Remove the indentation. Make it center. After 12. Okay. And then we want to make it bold. And we want to make it 24. It won't recognize any bigger than 24. I'm going to tell you this right now. It also will only recognize a few of the fonts because Kindle allows the reader to change the font on their Kindle. You're going to do the same thing here with your name. Center. I'm going to bold that, but I'm going to make that 16. And there is that. The next thing you want to do, and the final thing you want to do, is you want to insert a page. And you need your copyright notice. I have a copyright notice all ready to go. You can get these off the net for free. Copy. And you want to open up your other document. And you want to paste it. And there you have it. Your Kindle book is all ready to go. That's your basic formatting. Anything you want to know, you just go ahead and put that in there. One other thing that you may want to do. And let's say I have section breaks within the chapter. And I apologize for not saying this earlier. You have section breaks. Let's say instead of putting all these returns here, what you want to do is you want to go up to your paragraph and you want to go ahead and add some spacing right here. And then you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, however you want to do. You could also, if you want, add some little doohickeys, like do it center, and then add some little doohickeys to break your thing, whatever you want to do. But after you do that, you go ahead and right click, styles, save as new style, and just make it break. And then everywhere you want to put a break, you want to just click break. Look at that. You can go ahead and put this down here. Break. And see how that goes? The reason you want to do that is because if you do not do that, what is going to happen when your section breaks come together on Kindle? They'll all come together, and sometimes they look like that, and your readers get confused, or the paragraphs come together like that. You do not want that. If you intended to be a break because of a POV change, add your breaks using the paragraph. And that concludes part 2. Next is getting it ready to upload. Make sure you save your file in a location where you can find it.